So okay, so in today's lecture we will give a nice characterization for Banach spaces. Namely, we know that every absolutely convergent series of complex number is convergent, and the result rely on the completeness of the field of scalars, that is RRC. Both are complete. So it is investigated whether this is true for nonlinear spaces, that is whether uh, if every absolutely convergent series in a nonlinear space is convergent, then is it complete or not? So the answer is yes, it is complete. So let us first be learn what is the meaning of series in a nonlinear space and its convergence and absolute convergence. Okay, so let me define. Let be a nonlinear space. Let Xn be a sequence in X, and X is any vector in X. Then number one, we say that the series sigma Xn n is equal to 1 to infinity is convergent at the point X if the nth partial sum sequence Sn n is equal to 1 to infinity converges to X. Of course, here Sn is sum of first n terms, that is x1 plus x2 plus x. This is nothing but summation k is equal to 1 to n xk. Second, we say that the series is absolutely convergent if the series of non-negative real numbers is convergent. That is, this sum is finite. We also say that sigma xn is, the series is summable, absolutely summable. Okay, fine. So what is the result? The result is like this. Let me go to the next page. So what is the result? So first, let us recall the result from complex analysis or real analysis. What is that? Every absolutely convergent series of complex numbers is convergent. Okay. So now we give this nice characterization for the Banach space. Namely, if every absolutely convergent series in X is convergent, then nonlinear space is a Banach space. So the theorem reads like this. A nonlinear space X norm is a Banach space if and only if every absolutely convergent series in X is itself convergent. Okay. So how to prove this result? So let us prove this. So proof of this result. So how to prove? So first assume that X is complete. That is a Banach space. What we need to show? We will prove that every absolutely convergent series in X is convergent. Let summation Xn is absolutely convergent. That is, summation n is equal to 1 to infinity norm Xn is convergent. That is finite. Let Okay, so if the series of non-negative real numbers, this is convergent. That means its nth partial sum sequence is converges to a non-negative real number. So for that, let Tn is summation k is equal to 1 to n norm xk. This is the nth partial sum sequence of series of non-negative real numbers above. Then Tn n is equal to 1 to infinity converges to a real number. Of course, non-negative real number. And what is this? Since R is complete, C is complete, this implies Tn is a Cauchy sequence. Is not it? So this implies Tn n is equal to 1 to infinity is a Cauchy sequence. In R. Let us now apply the Cauchy criterion. Okay. Therefore, for epsilon greater than 0, there is a natural number n such that whenever m is bigger than n and bigger than or equal to n implies that Tn minus Tm is, what is this? This is less than epsilon. That is, what is this? This is summation k is equal to n plus 1 to m, because m is bigger than n. So up to n, the terms will be cancelled out. So after you have the terms n plus 1, n plus 2 up to m. Norm x k. This is less than epsilon. Let us call this as equation 1. Okay. Now let Sn is summation k is equal to 1 to n xk. Then what about Sn minus Sm? Of course, norm Sn minus Sm is equal to, because Sn is a vector in X, Sm is a vector in X, then we can talk about Sn minus Sm is equal to, if of course, then for n less than m, okay, then n less than m implies that this is equal to, again, the norm of summation of the series k is equal to n plus 1 to m just xk. And by the triangle inequality, this is summation k is equal to n plus 1 to m norm of xk. And this is less than epsilon when m is bigger than or equal to n, that natural number, by 1. okay, by 1. So let us call this equation 2. Okay, so this is happening because our result is by this. So by first this is 5. So what do you see? We see that Sn is a Cauchy sequence, is a Cauchy sequence in X. But you know X is a complete nonlinear space. Therefore, Sn converges to some vector in X. What does it mean? This implies that series n is equal to 1 to infinity xn converges in X. So we have shown that every absolutely convergent series in X is itself convergent. Now conversely assume that every absolutely convergent series in X is convergent. What we need to show? We need to show that every Cauchy sequence is convergent. Okay, so we need to show that X is complete. And you know what is the idea? Given any arbitrary Cauchy sequence, you need to show that that Cauchy sequence converges to a vector in X. So for this, let xn n is equal to 1 to infinity be a subsequence of a given Cauchy sequence. Such that norm of xn minus xn plus 1 is less than 1 by 2 to the power n for all n bigger than or equal to 1. Actually, already we have seen that given any Cauchy sequence, we can extract a subsequence xnk such that xnk minus xnk plus 1 is less than 1 by 2 to the power k for all k bigger than or equal to 1. So in place of considering the Cauchy sequence, we are just considering the subsequence. The reason is that if given a Cauchy sequence, if any of its subsequence converges to a vector, then the original Cauchy sequence also converges to the same vector. Okay, so indeed we will show that this subsequence converges to a vector in X, and consequently we will be shown that the original Cauchy sequence converges to the same vector. So that's we are done. Okay, so our task is to show that this subsequence converges to a vector in X. Okay, so to prove this, we proceed like this, less than 1 by 2 to the power. So the idea is that we have to show that this is convergent. Okay, fine. So first of all, we have to use that result that every absolutely convergent series in X is convergent. That means we have to construct a series which is absolutely convergent by using this sequence. So for this, let y1 is x1, and what is y2? Y2 is x2 minus x1, and what is y3? y3 is x3 minus x2, and so on. This is y3. Similarly, in general, let us suppose that this is yn. Yn is xn minus xn minus 1 for all n bigger than or equal to 2, because x2 minus x1 and so on. Okay, and for one this fine. So what we are going to see, we see that then we have summation n is equal to 1 to infinity norm yn is equal to, that is norm y1, that is norm of x1, plus norm of y2, norm of y3, and so on. So I'm writing like this: norm of xk minus just xn minus xn minus 1, n is equal to 2 to infinity. We can write like this, is not it? So this is the same as this one, but this is by the definition of yn. So this is less than or equal to, actually see, I'm not writing less than or equal to. First of all, first let us consider this is actually equal to as it is norm x1, right? In place of this x2 minus x1, x3 minus x2, and so on, we are going to write plus 1 by 2, then plus this is less than 1 by 2 square, then plus, and so on up to infinity. Okay, add to infinity. So this is actually strictly less than, right? So this one is the infinite geometric series with common ratio 1 by 2. So you know the sum, the first term is 1 by 2 and common ratio is 1 by 2. So the sum is 1. So this is equal to norm x1 plus 1. And this is a finite number, because given a vector x1, the norm of a vector is some finite number. It is a real valued function. So this is finite. So this series yn is absolutely convergent. But by hypothesis, the series is itself convergent. And by the convergence of a series, we know that it's a partial sum sequence. So the nth partial sum sequence Sn k is equal to 1 to n yk is convergent in X, right? What does it mean? This means it converges to a vector in X. So first of all, let us so what is S1? So S1 is actually y1, and what is y1? Y1 is x1. What is S2? S2 is y1 plus y2, and this is just x1 plus x2 minus x1. You see that this is just x2. In general, what is Sn? Sn is y1 plus y2 plus, and so on, yn, and this is nothing but x1 plus x2 minus x1 plus, and so on, plus xn minus xn minus 1. So you see all the intermediate terms will be cancel out, x1 will cancel out, x2 will, you are left with xn only. So this is just xn. So in general, what you see, we see that Sn is xn for all n bigger than or equal to 1. Therefore, xn n is equal to 1 to infinity, which is nothing but Sn n is equal to 1 to infinity converges in X. Reason? Since our Sn converges in X, means converges to some vector in X. This proves that the subsequence of given Cauchy sequence converges in X. Hence, the original Cauchy sequence converges in X, proving that X is a Banach space.